Welcome to all in this my YouTube channel. So today we will see this chapter, that is ionic equilibrium. Those students who are new to this my YouTube channel or this video, they should see or look at the last previous videos for better understanding. Now in continuation with our last video, we have to look at this next point, that is relationship between solubility and solubility product. Now KSP is nothing but what we can say solubility product, that is KSP, and S is nothing but what we can say solubility. Now what is the relation between them, we have to see in our today's lecture. Now first of all we will understand what is meant by solubility. Now solubility of any compound, chemical substance, is nothing but what we can say the amount of substance dissolved in a unit volume. Now that unit volume, it should be must be fixed. Either it may be 100 ml or it should be 1 liter, that is 1000 ml. It should be fixed. Now if you look at the molar solubility, molar, this term why we are taking as a molar, because the amount of substance that we are measuring in moles. Okay, so for that purpose we have to calculate or we have to measure solubility in molar. Therefore this term introduced, molar solubility. Now how we can state it? Number of moles of a compound that dissolve to give 1 liter of saturated solution. Means if you want 1 liter of saturated solution, what we are going to do? We are adding some amount of n number of moles in a 1 liter of what I can say solvent, that is aqueous water. Then what we are getting? We are getting 1 molar solution. So for that purpose, what we did here, a specific amount of or number of moles are dissolved in a 1 liter of solvent. Then we are getting a what we can say saturated solution. Okay. So we can also state that term in terms of formula like this: molar solubility is nothing but the solubility in gram per liter divided by molar mass in gram per mole. Means those substances or chemical substances which we are going to dissolve and making a fixed amount, fixed concentration solution. So for that purpose, what we are going to take it, we have to calculate first its molar mass, and that we are putting here in this formula in gram per mole. So this is a very important thing you should keep in mind. After that, we are coming to this point, that is solubility equilibrium for BXAY. BXAY is nothing but what? This is one of the type of salt that we have considered for better understanding. This is in general what I can say molecular formula of that salt that which we are going to dissolve, and their solubility and solubility product both we are going to be calculated. Okay. So this salt which ionizes and its equilibrium reaction we have shown here. Now these two terms, look at here, small a and b, what they indicates? They are nothing but their coefficients. Suppose I have written here 2CO2. Now this term, what it indicates? It indicates its coefficient. So like that, in salts there may be a presence of coefficients. So to avoid that confusion, what we have taken here, small a and small b, these two terms are introduced. They shows their coefficient terms, that is for that corresponding what we can say salt. Now here we will see their solubility product. Now this term KSP that we have already seen in our last lecture, solubility product, is nothing but the product of concentrations of their corresponding ions, that I have already written. Okay, and also we have seen the ionic product of water, in that this term is also similar to that term here, but only if salt is present, then we are measuring the concentrations of their corresponding ions. Okay, so here By plus, in the sense the cation which is present in that salt which ionizes, which we have taken like this, concentration of By plus raised to A. Now this power A, what it indicates? It indicates the coefficient term if it is present like this. Okay, if it is present, then only we have to take into calculation, otherwise you just left it, you can skip it. Okay, so here is the formula to calculate what we can say the KSP, that is what we can say solubility product. I have called this term, this equation as a 1. Okay, now we came across this point, that is molar solubility. Then the equilibrium concentration of ions will be. For the calculation of this term, that is molar solubility, what we have to take, their concentrations we have to consider. So here By plus, concentration of By plus is nothing but what we can say XS mole per liter. I already stated the molar solubility, this term. So this term I have used there to calculate what? The concentration of both the ions. Now concentration of both the ions, on calculation we are getting these two terms, XS mole per liter. Now this term yes is nothing but what you can say molar solubility, and this X is nothing but here these notations which we have used here, BXAY. Okay, instead of what we can say their oxidation states. Now here from equation 1, this from equation 1 on substituting these two values in that previous equation, we are getting XS raised to A and YS raised to B, and on simplification, that is we are getting what? This value X raised to A into Y raised to B, and what we did here we have multiplied, or these powers I have applied in this bracket. So what will remain here? I will write completely in simplified manner, X raised to A and S raised to A into Y raised to B and S raised to B. Here if we look at these two terms, their base is different, but if we came across these two terms, their base is same. So there is a one rule: if base is different and powers are different, we have to write as it is individually, and if base is same and in between the two terms if product is present, then if their powers are different, then what we have to do? We have to do the addition of their powers. So this is the one of the term which is present in maths. So therefore after simplification we will get this term. What we did here, X raised to A, Y raised to B, and here base is same. What we did? We have done the addition of their powers. So this is the important thing that we have to keep in mind. Okay, like that we have simplified that equation, and that equation I have given the number as a 2. Okay, now we have applied this formula for different equilibrium reactions of different salts. Now here in that the first example that we have taken is nothing but this, that is AgBr salt when it is ionizes like this, Ag plus and Br minus. Here in this term both the coefficients are nothing but A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1, and according to that formula we have to calculate its solubility product, that is KSP. Now here the terms are the terms which we are going to calculate. They will be like this: S raised to 1, S raised to 1. Before that, here I have also written X raised to A and Y raised to B. Here also x raised to a and y raised to b is present, but the terms will be like this: 1 raised to 1 and 1 raised to 1. Okay, and s raised to 1 plus 1. Have you understand this term? What I am going to say? X raised to a. Here x is 1 and a is also 1. So 1 raised to 1 and here also 1 raised to 1 and s raised to 1 plus 1. Here the term that becomes s square. Okay. So I have written here like this: s square. Instead of here I have written what we can say, s raised to 2. That power 2 indicates the addition of 1 plus 1 because base is same. So what we have to do, we have to add their powers. And again for second example, PbI2, equilibrium reaction we have written as usually, and here the terms a and b we have calculated. Just by looking this reaction you can write the terms a and b, that is their coefficients. This is not a what you can say complicated thing. By observing that reaction you will get an idea and you can write the value of a and b. There should not be any problem while taking the value of a and b. If you know what is meant by the oxidation state and what it means, how that reaction can be illustrated or how that reaction should be balanced. If you know all these things, then you can get this value, that is a and b. Okay. So what I did here also with the help of this formula. Okay, that is from equation 2. Equation 2 I have applied here for this second example PbI2 also. Here the value of a and b are nothing but 1 and 2. And what I did, I have substituted the value of x as a 1 and y as a 2, and here I have taken their powers, and yes, that is molar solubility raised to 1 plus 2 because as the base is same, what we have to do, we have to add their powers, and the same thing I have did here. Then what we will get? 1 raised to 1 1, 2 raised to 2 4. So 4 into 1. What we are getting here? 4, and s raised to 1 plus 2 is nothing but s raised to 3. So the total Ksp value will becomes 4s raised to 3, that is 4s cube. Okay. So this is a important point which is different than this first example because the coefficient terms are different. Here we are moving to the next example, that is aluminum hydroxide. Here also what we did, the same thing. The coefficients a and b we have calculated, and after that we have calculated the Ksp term 1 raised to 1, 3 raised to 3, and if we calculate the cube of 3, you will get 27. So I have substituted the value of here, that is 3 cube, that is 27 into what we did, we have added their powers. If base is same, then s raised to 4 becomes, that is 1 plus 3 becomes 4, that is 27 s raised to 4. So this is the value what we are going to say. This is its final answer. So in short, what we did in these examples. Now look at here. I will round off these two values, Ksp and s. What is our target? Our target is to show the relationship between solubility and solubility product. Instead of solubility, what we have taken, molar solubility for better accuracy. And this relationship, what we have to show, we have derived the equation, and what we did, we have taken their examples too. So here I have rounded off these two figures. Ksp is nothing but what? Solubility product, and S is nothing but what we can say, molar solubility, or what we can say solubility instead of. that. Okay, so this is the relationship between what we can say solubility and solubility product. So this equation will illustrate for different will illustrate this relationship, as well as if you want this type of examples. Now look at this dissociation of salts. If you want this type of more examples, you can just Google it. You will get different examples, or I will also add this type of examples in my description. You just go through that link, you will get different examples, and this is an important point according to the NEET, JEE and CET examinations. In such a type of examinations, this type of examples, you will notice that. And what you have to do, you should remember this formula. By that you can calculate that is relationship between solubility product and molar solubility, that is solubility. So this is important point according to your examinations for theory as well as for competitive examinations. And those students who are new to this my YouTube channel, they should subscribe for more videos and press the bell icon, so as you will get the notifications when I upload a new video related to this chapter. Thank you very much.